What's going on, guys? Welcome to session 58 of the Thoughts Out Loud experiment. Uh, Will Brooks here, coming to you from right here in Korea at what is it, 6:54 in the morning. Just getting everything ready. Everyone's up. I am a little tardy with the Thoughts Out Loud experiment, so you might hear a little bit of sound going on. My family is they're considering that they're three very small people. They're loud. They walk loud. They yell loud. Everybody yells loud. But yeah, so sorry I missed yesterday. Had a lot going on. Again, got a late start. And I didn't get a late start. Got an early start, but spent a little extra time in the gym, and that kind of bled over into me missing thoughts out loud, basically, and had to shower and everything like that. Didn't have time to do it in the morning. Didn't get to the office early like I normally do, or like I make an attempt to do when I miss the recording in the morning. And then in the evening, couldn't break for lunch. Then in the evening, I got here and had to do the podcast recording. So I just had a ton going on yesterday. So sorry I couldn't get to the Thoughts Out Loud session. But I'm here today. That I kind of just went over what happened yesterday. Yesterday's Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Wednesday is recording day. And I actually kind of did this makeshift or this out of nowhere or on the spot live broadcast of the podcast. And I guess it's not as on the spot as I'm making it sound like it is, because I actually made the plan. One of my goals in the beginning of the year was to go and do a live broadcast at the end of every month and kind of wrap up what we had going on. And once I toyed with the idea of doing that last night, there's a lot of content. And did I change this? I think I started it over, but I didn't change it. What's the mic? It's the Oh, okay, we're good. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. After I got to looking at the content and looking at what all we had and what all I had to share, what all I had to talk about, I was like, man, this put out a lot of content this year or this month. So let's go ahead and make sure we get that out there. A lot of content, and a lot of content that was time sensitive. And so I went ahead and made the call to Reggie's back. We are going to name that refrigerator Reggie because it's annoying, like my Uncle Reggie. It's black like my Uncle Reggie, and I can't get rid of it like my Uncle Reggie. So yeah. So I love you, Reggie. So yeah, I just couldn't. So I was like, okay, a lot of time sensitive information that we put out there, and so I actually had the plan to put in another or a different, or go through with a different podcast topic. But once I saw all that stuff, I said, "Oh man, let me go ahead and share this. I want people to see this blog post. It's time sensitive, only applicable for the next couple of months, maybe the next month, because it's got movie tickets and things like that involved, all this stuff." And so I just made a call to go ahead and make that change, which may end up in me doing the podcast that I had planned a little earlier, because it itself is time sensitive, just not as time sensitive as the information I covered last night. So yeah, it was pretty cool doing a live podcast or live broadcast. But I'm trying to do a lot more live things. I did this Monday's Thoughts Out Loud live, actually, but maybe that was Wednesday. In any case, Tuesday. In any case, I think live video actually does a lot of getting your message out there. Since the platforms want your video, or since they want to see more live video, they actually broadcast your video, or they announce your video. They try to get as many eyes on live video as they can. It's true with Instagram, it's true with Facebook, it's true with YouTube. And so I might start doing things a little bit more live, just on the fly, just to make it I don't know, as comfortable as recording. Because the only thing about live is when you don't think of something, or when you my live broadcast yesterday was a little funny, because when you space out, you're like, I'm spacing out and I can't think of the word I'm thinking, and I like to it's intuitive, or it's inductive, or it's inherent with the way I communicate, because I want to say the right exact word. And at sometimes that word's not in my head, and I'll use something else, and I'll go on with my point. But somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm still trying to figure out that last word. So I'm like, man, what I said prevent. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for. I can't think of it now. And then when you throw that in at the back of your mind, trying to think of the word, I'm trying to think of the word, and at the back of this mind, side of my mind, I'm remembering that, hey, you're live, dude. You can't just pause and then not say anything because people are gonna be like, "What the hell's happening?" So but I don't know. I like live video mainly because I don't like to edit, and that's why Thoughts Out Loud has been done more times than any other piece of content that I've done. Maybe not. It's more than a podcast, more than a blog post, more than any other YouTube video, any other style. This is why it happens all the time. This is why I was confident I could make it happen every day as long as I didn't edit it, because unedited video that editing process is just a pain. I said in the live broadcast yesterday, if I could get somebody else to edit, then I don't know, I would do video all the time. There'd be a lot more content coming out. Once I get to the point where I don't have to edit it and I know how to actually shoot the video to the point where I know how to make it easier on the editor, so sometimes when I'm editing video, I find myself sitting there going through like, why didn't I get this shot, or why didn't I get a shot of this, or why didn't I get a shot of some B-roll of what I'm talking about right there? Now that I edit and I see that I need that, then when I finally get someone else to edit for me, I don't know, maybe I'll try to set something up with Dan. Dan, if you're interested, let me know. My brother Dan. But now that I know to get that stuff, I'm getting to the point where I'd be more comfortable just shooting the footage, shooting the B-roll, and then just sending it off to somebody who edits in the way that, and then once we get it, we'll have our growing pains, but once we get it once we get our things together, then we'll be straight. It'll be just like doing live video as far as I'm concerned, or it'll be just like doing Thoughts Out Loud. So stuff will happen more often. That being said, back to my original point, live video, if you're interested, if you happen to be out there doing stuff, do it, try it live. It's less comfortable for me, but you're not going to die. You're going to do something. I had a couple of stupid, silly moments in last night's live broadcast. Just words I forgot and things like that, but it's real. It's authentic, man. It's live. So, I don't know. And I'm thinking about getting up. Ant, hit me up when you get a chance, I'll hit you up when I get a chance. Things are getting I'm really trying to turn things up. So there's so much. When I saw how much content we had put out, I was like, wow, man, we really did kind of push it, this last few weeks. There's been a podcast every week. There's been a YouTube video every week. There's been Thoughts Out Loud happening pretty much every day. And we only got one blog post in, but that's going to change because Uni's working on more blog posts, more information that she wants to share. And as we see, it's a great space. It's a great thing. And I'll probably go into this tomorrow a little more. But as you see other people creating things and you're like, oh, they're getting, people do want to see that. So Uni has a problem with thinking that nobody wants to see anything. Like, nobody wants to see that. Nobody's interested in something so simple or something so plain. Everybody knows that, and I'm trying to break her of that habit. Like, no, everybody doesn't know. Like, because you live here. I know because I live here. Even we've been here so long, we don't even realize what people want to know. It's why we have to ask them what they want to see or what they'd like to see, because we can't see the forest because of the trees. In any case, so you're going to be seeing a lot more live video from here. We'll probably set something up. I like structure. I like it planned. I don't mind just jumping in and doing a live video. You can tell I'll just do it from time to time. But I like the live video. I don't like live video of me just sitting here talking. I like live video where I can show you or show the viewers like stuff. Right? Like I like to minimize my screen down. I'm sorry. I like to minimize my screen down. And that would have happened live, and then I don't edit this, so it's gonna be on there. But I like to minimize my screen down, make big whatever it is I'm talking about. Just like the personality test video I did with Ant. Like, that's exactly what I like to do. I like to have visual aids and just conversate a little bit about what we're looking at or what I'm talking about. And so I will be doing a video like that this weekend, and it'll be building on what I said about I want my Soul Weaver goals to look like my WoW goals for my character progression. I've been doing a little work with that, and I'll jump into that a little bit more in detail because I actually put a lot of put some real concentration into getting those specified goals. Okay, so I've been rambling a long time. Live video, probably I'm gonna do that goals video live just because I've mentioned live video so many times in this post or in this video. Yeah. So today is Thursday. I've got a meeting this afternoon. Thursday is kind of an open. Oh, Thursday is supposed to be. It's not an open day. Thursday is a live video of the events happening this weekend here in Seoul, and it's just exactly what I was talking about. It's me minimizing my talking for a little while, minimizing my screen, and then going over like those live 3 or 4 live events that are or 3 or 4 events that are taking place over the weekend, and just kind of putting that out there so people know what's happening this weekend. They can get out and get into it. So that's my plan for today. Let me know what your plans are. Let me know what your goals are for the week, how you've been doing. I mean, it's Wednesday if you're in the States. So you midweek, what's your midweek evaluation? How are things going? Are you progressing toward your goals? Did you start the week strong? If not, how do you plan on finishing strong? Let me know in the comments, and like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more of Soul Weaver. Excuse me, if you want to see more thoughts out loud or anything on all things will. It's part of my daily routine, and sometimes things like yesterday happen. I try my best to make it happen every day. So you'll see more of you. We'll be back tomorrow with the next Thoughts Out Loud experiment. See you then. It didn't click.